Yep. You're scaring me.
Just playing.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, thanks very much for coming on, Tim. And the reason why I wanted to do this stream was because, as you know, there's a lot of messed up things happening in the world. I've been more focused currently on the FGC, but I guess if you look at the year as a whole, what the entire world's been facing, like racism and COVID, it's just really, yeah. This is more of like a stream for self-reflection, and I think and it pays to. I thought it would pay to get someone like you, so thank you for accepting, man.
Oh man, no problem. Thanks for considering me. Yeah, dude, it's been crazy. For anybody that doesn't know who I am, my name's Tim. I'm a semi-professional streamer. I don't know what I don't know, podcaster. Yeah, I'm one of those guys that just thinks. I don't know. I don't like talking about myself like that. But anyway, I don't know. What would you call me, G?
I don't. Not fanboy. Not. You're a bit of a hustler, I'd say.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a hustler.
Yeah,
I like to think about myself as being a
gotta. You support the FGC over here.
I do,
and yeah, no, you've just got a good heart, but you know, as it says up there, you keep it real, keep it 100.
I do try to keep it 100, and sometimes people like that about me, and sometimes people don't like that about me. But yeah, I do like to just call it how I see it, and I mean, I come from a background of just like, if something's fucked up, you just can I swear on this?
Absolutely.
Okay, if something's fucked up, like, and you don't say something, you're just as fucked up as the person doing that shit. Like, and I think like, and like I said, sometimes it gets me in trouble, and sometimes it makes me look like a hero. And I'm not. I'm just a big mouth. Like, that's me.
But I mean, like, if you just live your life the way that you do, you're not hurting anyone. You're just looking out for yourself. I mean, is that not in turn just being a hero? Like, you're just contributing?
I'm a big believer of if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. And you have a choice either to try and help or to just sit back and let shit happen. And sometimes people perceive that as he's just trying to, everybody's got a perception of what they think you're doing and what you are doing. But at the end of the day, man, like, as long as your heart is pure and you're just trying to help, like, you should be all good.
Yeah. Honestly, did you feel like 2020 was gonna turn out like this?
I don't think anybody did. Nobody thought it was going to be like this. But no, I think it's been an interesting test for a lot of industries, and it's been a test for a lot of people's mental and also like their morals. Like, I think like you've always got to kind of have a look at the silver lining, right? And with all that shit that came with it,
hey, what's up, man?
What's up? Yeah. Like, shit kind of exposed some people, and that's a good thing.
Yeah. I mean, from an FGC's side point, like, it's like the whole foundation, what's been built is like the ground is shifting beneath our feet, people are getting outed out for the most, fucked up things. And, that's not to say it's happening just in the FGC, like it's happening. I'd say a lot of stuff has been coming out this year, and it's cool that we kind of represent the two worlds, like the FGC and you with the streaming side of things, because there's been some pretty heavy shit happening on your side too.
Yeah, and like I'm that person that's kind of like I see it all happening, and then I think I've learned my lesson to just not get too involved. If it in terms of like big heavy shit, then yeah, I get that. Like, I'll say, yo, that's some fucked up shit. But like, in terms of sometimes, you got to kind of assess how hard you're going to go onto some stuff.
Yeah.
And you got to pick your battles. And there's some battles where, I'll just go, where 2017, 2018, Tim would have been getting his fucking machete out and going hard. And a lot of people that know me know that I used to be a fucking ruthless motherfucker. But now I'm just like, you know what? I just don't have the time. I don't have the effort to. And these are like the petty shit. Like, we're not talking about major, like, you know, like sexual harassment, stuff like that. But, you know, like, I just think sometimes people either go hard at every single thing that happens.
Yeah.
And sometimes, man, you gotta look after your own mental stability, man. Like, fuck.
Being a content creator, or being just I mean, you do get a lot of people. Like, there's always going to be someone that thinks of your content in a different light, you know. And especially those that don't like it, and they start to and like you said, they try to attack you on social media, and it's those guys that don't give up. It's like their reasoning behind it. It's like they obsess about you at the end of the day. But then it's also just between friends who are trying to convince them of their opinions. They'll, like, it's good to feel that way, to be passionate if you believe in a certain thing. But then, like, where do you draw the line when you're actually being, like, quite aggressive in a social media sense?
Yeah, but I think a lot of those times, there's people that are really aggressive and pushing their point. They're just lonely. Like, I know that sounds really mean, but there's just some lonely people that just want people that listen to them, and that's a really, like, you know, that's a cry for help. Like, and I think sometimes, and I've had words with people that I know. I've had many words with people that I appreciate that do go hard out on social media, and I just say to them, "Bro, is it really fucking worth it, G? Like, really?" And most of the time they're like, actually, no, it's not. And then that's it. But if it's worth enough for you to fucking have to write a tweet longer just to get, you know, your point across, then I don't think, I don't think it's worth it.
It's just, it's just messy because, like, at social media, a lot of meaning is going to get lost in the context of how many words you're typing up. I just don't get how people can really, like, how you can fight a battle that intense through like tweeting and stuff, you know what I mean? Like,
and for me, like, I hey, when I feel passionately about something, so when Black Lives Matter happened, that was all I tweeted about for like a whole 2 weeks, was just around injustices that happen towards race, racial issues that have happened in New Zealand and Samoa and Tonga, and things are, and obviously America as well. But my main thing was, you know, if one person sees my tweet and they go, fuck, okay, yeah, I learned something from that, then I'm good. But if it's fucking Joe talking shit about Mary, and because that person stole some fucking views from them because they, you know, like, that shit is minor.
Yeah.
And to quote the song, minor setbacks is not a major to me, and, like, legit, shout us to Swidit. But like, fuck, why even care? Man, here's another thing, bro, that I said on another podcast. Shout outs to the brother Bandit. He has a podcast called Tabs Up. Just gonna put sorry for the self.
It's all right. It's okay.
Yeah, we're good. Okay, but I said this one thing, and I didn't even think about it, and I said it, and I thought, fuck, this is the most genius shit I've ever thought about in my fucking life. Okay, Drax, and it was like, bro, you got to think about your mental fucking state like a life bar in a fighting game, right? And, you know, bro, you know, there's a risk and reward type thing.
Yeah.
And, you know, would you risk getting fucking, I don't know, an ultra combo for just setting up a 2-hit, like, you know, like a double hit, just to, you know, that kind of shit. And sometimes it's not worth it, and you gotta come in with that efficiency. You gotta be like, nah, actually, bro, I'm really not gonna fucking waste my life bar or waste my EX meter.
Waste the EX meter. It can be hard though, like, if you are a creator or you're passionate about making things, and you've got people that are just so overly spoken about, you know, what they don't like, but then, as you said, there's people that just do it for attention. Have you ever faced that kind of have you ever faced that yourself, like when you've made stuff?
Nah, like, yeah, but like like I said, I just really don't give a fuck, eh? Like, I'm just like I'm that guy. I'm just like if I see someone, if I see somebody that's doing it for solely for attention, it's pretty easy to figure out. Like, you see, yeah, but at the same time, like, I'm like, it doesn't really affect me. If it's an attack on somebody that I find is awesome, or if it's like personally, like man, I got messaged video the other day of this dude just fucking like going crazy mental on YouTube because somebody stole like some fucking kicked him out of a fucking esport org or some shit.
Really?
Bro, I will show you this video off stream, and you will feel sad.
Yeah.
B, there's some lines in it that are fucking meme worthy. Okay, but I will not fucking meme them.
Yeah.
And then and C, you're just like, damn, bro, this guy is fucking cuckoo. And all over like some viewers, like, come on, man. Like, come on. Bro, there's people in fucking Africa that are getting sold. These little kids in Africa getting sold in the fucking diamond mines in fucking Sierra Leone. And I'm over here worrying about fucking views on Twitch. Like
Yeah.
And I think that comes with age, man. For real.
Yeah, most definitely. I know that for the FGC, you have some players that maybe worry a bit too much about their image. Their skill I can understand, but in terms of their image, they want to be known as the cool guy or the dab one. And if you took the FGC away from a lot of our players, and I'm not trying to be rude, I just being totally honest, if you took the FGC away from them, they probably wouldn't have much going for them. And I will admit, I'm probably one of those dudes, because this is our lifeblood. And so, to take it away from us is really it's very disheartening.
Yeah. And yeah, bro, but like, yeah, when you get a bit older and you start realizing, fuck, bro, what's really important in life? Some fucking, whether one person raided you or not, or whether you have a fucking purple tick next to your name or not, actually means jack shit. Because when you die, nobody's going to be at your funeral going, you know what, bro, Tim was a Twitch partner. Or, nobody's going to be like, you know what, Drax came fourth at the fucking Nationals, Like, nobody's going to give a fuck about that shit. It's all around what you do and how you affect other people. And that's it, like, point blank, period. Like, there's nothing,
It's the legacy you leave behind. Yeah.
Yeah. Not of how many fucking Twitch streamers like you. It's really of just being a nice person. And then sometimes that gets a bit shaded. Like, some people will think, oh, he's not a good person because he said this, or he's not a good person because this person doesn't like them. And that's when it really gets a bit sad, like, yeah. And you should be judged on your actions and how you approach other people and how you are with other people, not around what somebody said about you. And that's what the whole cancel culture is all about, really.
Yeah. Did you get to look much into the EVO dude, Joey?
A little bit,
yeah.
But like, I talked a little bit to Dave about it today, and like, he kind of gave me the rundown. But bro, I'd be really keen to get the rundown from you, brother.
So I guess to sum it up, you had Mr. Wizard is his name, Joey Cuellar. He is the CEO for EVO, so he's the big guy for, he's very iconic. You kind of put him and EVO together, and he was to have been discovered that he was like exchanging inappropriate sexual behavior for like arcade tokens or $20. I think there was one story came out where he was talking to like an Asian dude, and he said something like, "Oh, Asians, they're not bigger than 5'11" or whatever, like down there." And so he asked him to see it, and he could give him $20 if he proved him wrong. Just weird, just really bad stuff like that. Kids getting into the pool naked, and it was off that it was just one story coming out, and then prior to doing Rena's episode, there was just so much more coming out, and it just hurts because, you know, on a foundation that prides itself for being there for the players and like actually having like like it's homegrown, you know, like we're very grassroots, and so to have that, like I said, it's like the ground is shifting beneath our feet. Like we just, like the foundation we grew up with, it wasn't what it should have been.
I think first and foremost, that shit is fucked up. like you know, like yeah, like and sometimes, you know, like I see where you're coming from in terms of, you know, the ground getting a bit fucking shaky. But at the end of the day, bro, the purest thing about fighting games is actually, the community is actually the fighting games, and they will always continue. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
it won't be some kind of like, how can I explain it? It just won't be, you know, it won't go. It's the love, the passion will always be there, regardless if there's EVO or whatever. But it's good that these things come out and that someone just gets fucking blasted, because that shit is fucked up. Like, that's some that's some serious
like
shit.
That's serious police time. You know, like kids were like 15, like well below the age of consent. I know it gets tricky because in America the age of consent varies from, you know, states and all that. But it still, it's like there was even a Smash player. She was 24 years old and she hooked up with a 14-year-old. There's just been some real. Female offender. So yeah, there's been a whole. Bro, there's been so much shit come out. It's been real weird. Not weird, but just weird in terms of how do we move forward, because yeah, it looks like it stemmed not only just from players, but from fucking tournament organizers, hosts. Yeah.
Bro, one time when I was at school, one of the English teachers hooked up with the fucking first 15 dude, bro.
Really?
Yo, fucking straight up, right?
Was that public knowledge?
It was, G. It got into the news, brother. And this is, a lot of times, like, and you know, like, you suspect, you're like suspicious, like, bro, why is old Sione always hanging out with Miss all the time after school and shit like that? And, you know, he was like 17 and she was like 39, 38, right? And I was like, fuck. For me, like, I was like, oh, dumb man, you know? But looking back at it now, at me, I'm like, bro, that's some fucking nasty shit, yo. Firstly, the dude's 17. I get it, it's close to 18, but it doesn't matter. But, you know, like, it got out into the media and shit like that. But, like, it was random, G. It was fucking random. And now I look back at it, even from an educator standpoint, and I just think, wow, like, that's trippy.
It's so weird because, you know, if I was one of the boys, I hate saying it, but I probably would have been that. I would have been like that too at first. I would have been like, oh, but you're right. When you look back at it, it's actually messed up.
It's fucking, it's, what do they call it? The conditioning? What are the grooming? It's fucking grooming, you know?
Yep, sexual grooming, yep.
Yeah, bro. And I was like, fuck, bro, that's some out of shit, yo. But I think it went on a little bit longer. Like, I was like, he was a sim former. I reckon it was he was younger and shit, right? And one time, I'm not even fucking lying, my G. One time, I go to her, she was my English teacher, and we were talking about piercings, bro. And she brought up about piercing the clitoris, my G. And me being the 16-year-old, fuck, don't laugh, man. This is serious stuff, Drex. Don't fucking laugh, all right? It's fucking serious. Okay? Anyway, she brought it up, right? And me being 16 or 24, I had no fucking clue what the fucking even to this day, okay? But like, she brought it up, and then I was like later on, I was like, fuck, that was messed up. That shit was messed up. She shouldn't be talking to like a 16-year-old about piercing fucking clitoris.
Honestly, like, the media can really it really does paint that picture of, hooking up with a teacher who's like your senior. It's like the
Oh.
thing you'd want to happen to you, young boy's dream. But then you kind of forget like the mental repercussions. Like apparently that 14-year-old who hooked up with the 24-year-old Smash player, like he's got some like mental like issues and stuff, and he thinks it stems back to that situation. I don't mean to
No,
to dampen your story, but it's like,
no, no, no,
in
no.
terms
You're
of the
not.
process of healing, it's
Because
like,
here's the plot twist, my G. You ready?
yeah,
OG Sione, when he hit like 21, committed suicide, my brother. Real talk.
fuck, Jesus.
So I'm like, so all of that shit, like comes full. You're like, oh, like, and that was like for me, like that was the moment because I only found out he did that like fucking 10, 15 years later, and then it kind of all clicked, right? It was like, oh shit, like, and then when like you learn about the systematic kind of grooming of young people from predators, and then you realize, man, like, damn, that's some weird shit, like, and it gets people because they've in their head they just think they're not worthy and nobody loves them and stuff like that, and that's what's really bad, like that. Yeah. So that's my story, bro. I didn't even think about that story until you brought that up, and then of the female and the male, and then I was like, fuck, actual, geez, that helped. That helped me kind of like, oh, that's right. Yeah.
Did you ever hear of the YouTuber Onision?
Nah, man.
Oh, okay. I was looking up about him briefly, but I think he's a YouTuber, or he's like a YouTuber music person. But he was accused of like sexually grooming girls, but he was very cunning because he would do it. He would only do enough in a way that it was questionable, but it wasn't breaking the law. I heard of one story where I think he had like a 15-year-old. He gained legal guardianship, him and a friend of his, and they attained legal guardianship of this girl, and then once she became legal, they turned it into a sexual relationship.
Fuck.
Like there's
That's
just been stories like that regarding this dude, and I just think about the Smash incident as well.
oh, even old fucking Kylie Jenner, yo. You know about Kylie Jenner, my
Yeah,
G?
yeah, fuck it, bro. Hell, like, as I said, yeah, what the hell is going on in 2020?
Bro, even old Woody Allen, my G.
Now that's funny you mentioned that because you've even got like the Harvey Weinstein. Like, this is interesting because I'm a performing artist, so I took interesting because Hollywood knew, like, apparently he would do this to fellow actresses, like, oh, you want to be in the next starring movie? How about you come to this hotel room? Maybe I'll give you a back rub, I'll kiss you, and yeah, stuff happens. Apparently, like, and this kind of situation wasn't simulated by himself. He had like his assistant help in terms of booking the room. Like, it wasn't just him, but also the fact that Hollywood knew of this so-called behavior that he would display.
Yeah.
Rose McGowan, who I think was one of the actresses in the Charm TV series, like she was one of them. She was one of the like the faces of the Me Too movement regarding him. But Hollywood knew about this and they never said anything. It was just one of those things where it was like with Mr. Wizard and EVO, people knew about it, they never really said it in public, and even if they did, they never had the defining moment to be like, yes, we've got him. But then at the same time, money, power, influence, no one would come after them.
That's the thing, is like, bro, you can't, like, like you go, well, that's the thing, it's your moral compass, right? It's what your morals tell you, what your fucking parents taught you. If you see something bad, you fucking do something about it, or you fucking, you do some nasty shit just to get a lead in a movie, and then you never speak about it, like, or whatever. And it would have been the same with some young cats fucking at the bro's house. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden he's like, yo, I'll give you some fucking fight tokens, homie. If you take those pants off and jump into the pool. For them, it's like, yo, fight tokens, yeah, fuck, I'll do that shit.
They sacrifice their dignity, but they don't know the bigger, yeah.
Yeah, but the dude's kind of like filming that shit and getting off on that shit, right?
I forgot to mention he actually was known,
was gay.
Yeah, that was the big thing I forgot to mention, yeah.
Yeah. So he was all about that. But those kids, they were just like, they just thought it was funny. Yo, I blame fucking Jackass, to be honest. Jackass made it all right to do that shit. You know, I don't want to blame them, but like that kind of outlandish shit. Like you could just fucking put a fucking pipe up your ass and fucking pump some beers up there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, oh fuck, man, it's fucked up. It's real fucked up. And the more shit comes out, the better, though.
Yeah.
We expose these fucking rats, and then we're good.
Yeah. I know that, yeah, it's weird because I know people are saying that it's not the best thing for this news to come up, but you're right. It kind of has to come into the light so that we can actually weed these people out, and then the healing can begin,
Exactly, brother.
Yeah. Have you ever, I don't want to, have you ever been in a situation where someone's been that
Bro, yes.
kind of corrupt, or like, and you've seen it and yeah.
I thought you mean, bro, one time, okay, and I know Will's here, and he likes it when I tell this story, okay? Like, when I first started getting on as a streamer, okay, when I started first kind of getting kind of some notoriety, okay, I showed up at my very first meetup, okay? Okay, and like, normally I tell this as a joke, okay? Because I think it's funny, but it's funny because of the way it ended, okay? But the middle bit is kind of fucked up, okay? So I go to this thing. There's this guy, and he's been following me, okay? It was a guy, okay? And I sat down with my bro, and my bro said, "Bro, I heard old such and such is, he swings both ways, bro. He's a bisexual." And I was like, "Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, good on you. All good." Bro, the dude wouldn't fucking leave me alone, G. He would just like walk around and he's a big dude too, man, like long, lanky cat, right?
Yeah.
I'm only new to this game. I have no fucking clue what's going on. Like I had maybe at the time, I had like 400 followers, maybe like, I don't know, 30 subs. I fucking know, right? This dude kept grabbing me, G. Okay. And for me, from the hood, I get it. You grab each other, fucking jab each other, all good.
Yeah.
Right? And then I was just like, all good, all good. And then he grabbed my ass, G. And then I was like, whoa, cuz, I thought it was just like, all good, all good. And then he kept following me around and he kept grabbing me and shit. And I was like, what the fuck, B? And then he grabbed my ass one last time and I gave him a fucking body shot, G. Like a fucking mean one. Like a Tyson. I had this one up for the block, G. And I just, woof.
Woof.
And,
yeah.
Bro, he looked at me like I was the crazy one, right? Like, what was that for? And I'm like, get your fucking hands off me, G. Stop it. And then, bro, he goes, and see, like, that for me, right, is like, I'm just sticking up for myself. I'm like, yo, get the fuck away from me. I'm not that dude to fuck with, G.
Yeah.
Anyway, that guy, the next day, goes on and fucking DMs all these kids. Oh, bro, Tim's a fucking dick, bro. He was all aggressive and he hit me and all this shit. I'm like, bro, you keep grabbing at me. And nobody believed me because I'm the dude, right?
Yeah.
Nobody believed me, but, like, it's that kind of shit. And then there was other people going, oh, Tim's just a hood rat from South Auckland. He's all fucking, like, he just wants to fight people and that stuff. And I was like, nah, bro, that dude fucking started grabbing at my fucking ass and shit. And then, yeah, bro. And then I was like, fuck. He wasn't like a big time streamer, but he was like bigger than me. Yeah. Like he had a lot more than me, but he kept fucking grabbing at me, G. And I'm just like, nah, cuz that's not how it works. Anyway, that's my story. Stood up for myself.
Yeah, no, good on you. You reminded me of Terry Crews had an incident. He went to like a Hollywood party and a film exec or some like Hollywood exec, like as he walked up to say hi, the exec not reached for his hand, but he reached for he actually grabbed his genitals. Yeah. And Terry Crews, you know how big the dude is. He can easily, put this guy on his back, but he actually was really taken aback by it, and he felt emasculated, he felt violated, and he went after that exec and whatever company he was associated with. And it's weird because in the beginning, a lot of men were saying, hey, like, look at the size of you. It's like, man up, take it as a joke, ha ha. But it can be that one moment. It can be that one, like, he felt less of a man, less of a person, and people were saying, like, yeah, I don't know. It's just it's interesting because you always have the side that say, like, men can't be victims,
Hard. And here's the other thing, right? Is that after I did that shit, bro, then he like he was pulling the old homophobic card on me. Like, oh, he's just a homophobe and shit like that. I was like, so first it was like, yo, I punched you because you fucking grabbed my ass, and don't fucking do that shit again. And then that turned into because I didn't say no slurs or anything like that. I did not like call him any names. I just like, don't touch my fucking ass again. All right. Then he goes, and then like he went off to the like LGBTQ fucking community, and then he was like bad mouthing me, and I'm like, hold up, like that's a bit shit.
Yeah.
And from that moment on, that's why I'm really like when I go to like meetups and shit, I'm very, very selective, and I only go if I know people that are gonna be there and that I can kind of like vibe with. But yeah. So that's me anyway.
Here's a question. Because you're a whitey, but you act you've got some brown pride in you.
Hold up. Yo, my skin is, but like that's only because my grandfather is European.
Yeah.
He's from New Zealand. But my mom's browner than me. My dad's browner than me. I got stepbrothers that are like fucking, and sisters that are fucking hearty. Yeah. But anyway, continue. Sorry.
No. I'm just saying that you talk like you're Jonah from the rugby club.
Oh yeah.
I
mean I'm just a product of my environment.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm just saying, like, you have a bit of a Pacific vibe, with you. You say "gefe," when you're annoyed. But do you have, like, in terms of like people? Well, I should bring it back to. There was a tweet someone from the FGC put out. Was about, they mentioned like one of the places I used to work at and how security would follow them because they felt like they look like a thief. They're going to steal something, and I hate to say it, but I used to work in places where I had that mindset where if a Polynesian boy came in, maybe had a tat on his neck, I'd probably have to watch out for him because he might steal something. I mean, it kind of ties back into the whole like Black Lives Matter, like people, like, they're just ordinary people like you and me, and they just want to be safe. They don't want to be misunderstood, like mistaken. And like, I guess what I'm saying is, like, when you're looking at people like that and they God, I'm really tired today. Just,
it's cool, brother.
Yeah, you're like, you know what I mean? Like, I like people having that notion. Like, I guess what I'm saying is, like, there have been weird moments where, like, I've been in a public place with friends and I've walked past like a few dudes of Pacific descent, and they give me attitude, and they try to like, oh, what the fuck you looking at, G? Or fucking fight me, cunt. Like, just that mentality. And I'm like, I don't want to fight anyone. I'm just here with my mates, Yeah. I guess, yeah.
So what was the question, Gus?
No.
Wait, where we going with this?
Like that guy from the FGC who tweeted that, he hates getting followed by security when he's going shopping because he's like, do I have to hold up a sign saying I'm not a fucking thief?
Shit happens. Like, fuck, bro.
But it's happened to me. That's the thing. It's happened to me, and it's happened to people I know that, like, really, they're not. Why? No, they're not thieves. It's like society has this image of who's like who looks like a thief. Like, there is no image of like who. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, bro, that's society, right? Like, society, the societal rules are written by the not the oppressors, the majority. They're always against the oppressor, or the oppressor. Sorry, the rules of society are really of the oppressor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What they consider yo, this is what a thief looks like, or this is what that looks like. And, like it's up to us as people to be open-minded around what exactly constitutes these these perceived notions of what this is what a thief looks like, or this is what a builder looks like, this is what someone looks like. But at the same time, brother, like I said earlier in the podcast, you either be part of the problem or part of the solution. And I've been as a white Maori, I have been in places that I've been in, stores that are of places that they think, oh, that's a nice Pākehā man, but that doesn't take them too long to figure me out. Like,
Yeah.
all I got to do is say a couple things, and then okay, yeah, but yeah, it's just how it is, bro. Like I've been pulled over by the police, and I haven't, but somebody else had. Well, I have, but somebody else got pulled over by police. I'm in the back, and they only asked me questions, and that's because they don't want to talk to. And I mean, that's not all of them, but yeah, it's just it is what it is, bro. And it's about being part of the solution, not part of the problem.
Yeah. Also, I'll take this opportunity to just quickly congratulate you and, with your podcast in terms of, with how much attention it's been getting, especially after that iconic John Campbell interview as well, man. I'm really happy to see that you've kind of finding your element.
Yeah, thank you, man. It is. I've always kind of been. I've always been good at asking people. Yeah, and people feel comfortable with me. Like I don't know what it is, but I think I think it's just the genuineness of me just being me, and sometimes sometimes people warm to that, and it was good. I think having John on was definitely a huge turning point, and also it was just cool. Like I was talking to John Campbell, it was the shit. Like
Yeah.
And bro, the bro fucking I text him a couple of times, and he takes a while to get back to me, but he's on the speed dial now. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Well, we'll get back on topic, but where do you see this? What's the next goal for you for the TimProvise project?
For me, brother, it's really around. I don't know, man. Like I'm happy where I am. In terms of, I don't have any censorship. I can say what I want, even if it's the most craziest shit. And my guests appreciate that.
Yeah.
If it was to go like more mainstream, then there's more red tape and there's more kind of like that kind of thing going on. But bro, I'm keen to go wherever it takes me. I like that I'm sharpening my tools.
Yeah.
Like I'm a big believer of sharpening my tools. Like I've been doing it since I was fucking 21 years old when I figured out. And then the bakery run shit also has been pretty dope. Shout outs to the OG Will. He's been a massive component of not just now. Like I've known Will for an awful long time. And shout outs to Hill Park, by the way. Shout outs.
Yeah,
shout outs to the Spider-Man ones. I got some Spider-Man ones in there. But it definitely, for me, I think the level of uncensored and the level of, I don't know, just not giving a fuck is what gets me through. And that's why my guests love coming on. Like that's why, I have people on so they can just be themselves. And like even John would say, like John Campbell told me, he was just like, dude, this is probably the most freeing I've ever kind of been in an interview. Like I can just be myself, and a lot of people say that, so that's pretty cool.
Well, that's why I've always loved the Graham Norton show in particular, because you've got like the Stephen Colbert and Jimmy Fallon. But with Graham Norton, I always feel that you can really see the celebrities or the famous people really relax, and they actually engage more actively. I mean, and you can add a lot of that to like Graham Norton's charisma and stuff. And I really try to not emulate it, but I really try to get that try to take that feeling of ease for the guests. And I mean, you have it in your own way, but yeah, he's such a blast to watch.
Yeah, I mean, my influences, I suppose, in terms of where I go with things, are very eclectic. Like, I have a lot of different kind of like things that I catch of other people. Probably the main one that I kind of have a look at is Jesus and Miro. Like, they're a tag team kind of late night show on HBO, on Showtime in America. Also, I'm a big fucking fan of Mark Ellis.
Mark Ellis.
You remember Mark Ellis?
Oh yeah, the old rugby. Yeah, yeah. Game of two
Yeah. That
halves.
dude's
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
he was uncensored as, and yeah, I really like his one. Craig Ferguson is my actual.
Oh
Like, I
yes, yeah.
get a lot of Craig Ferguson, and then the Nardwuar shit comes up quite a lot. So,
Jesus, man.
yeah, Nardwuar is like, I kind of, yeah. And then, another, fuck, here I am, another one is Sean Evans, man. Probably one of the best, man. Sean Evans is probably one of the best interviewers on the planet.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with Sean Evans?
Yeah.
He does the Hot Ones show.
Yeah, he's actually really good. He's had some really cool guests on, and just seeing them sweat near the end is just, yeah, it's great.
So for me, like, I'll get a piece of information about somebody, and then I will try, like, it's an art form, man. I try and find a way that I can ask them that A, they'll get impressed, and B, they would love to get asked. Like, for instance, King Kapisi I had on. So I went through and I found interviews and shit like that. And I found an interview where he talked about a place called, anime called Lone Wolf and Cub. And he talked it up so much. I have no clue what Lone Wolf and Cub is. I've never really kind of got into it. But then I put it into Google, and I just said, okay, well, what is this? And then there was a fucking Reddit thread around the similarities between The Mandalorian, the TV series, and Lone Wolf and Cub. And so he's a Star Wars guy as well. So I said, perfect. So I needed it in there, and that was my question. Like, do you feel that Lone Wolf and Cub got bitten by the Mandalorian? And he fucking loved it, mate.
Yeah.
He just thought I was the shit after that.
I'll try bring it back now. You were saying, your thing is you just no filter, censorship. You just say what you want. Now, there was a player in America called Chris G, who quite some time ago, years ago, was on a rant about black girl gamers. Pretty much how that he was saying they were dog shit, and these allegations from like 3 years later, inevitably got him released from his sponsor, Evil Geniuses. And just in your views of censorship, like,
bro, this like fucking like, yo, you can't be saying, like, I say what I feel. That's like funny.
Yeah,
there's nothing funny, and that's the. Bro,
well,
we'll get into this.
People are getting too sensitive. I can say that for certain, but then at the same time, it's like, do you really want to light fire up someone's ass for something they said 3 years ago? They're not going to feel the same way back then, unless you're going to put them through a fucking interrogation.
Yeah, but you got to read the room, right? The first time you see that shit, first and foremost, racial shit, saying that just African American female, and then female shit, saying African Americans and females, and that's a hill I would not like to die on. I'm just saying, and to be able to fucking go and say that shit is pretty ballsy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, that's true.
Did Bandit come with a fucking?
I think he did. Bandit came with a host. Thank you so much, Bandit.
I gave Bandit a shout out at the start. Can you co-sign that for me, please?
Co-sign authorized.
There we go.
Yeah. Can we talk a bit about your relation, like in terms of your experience with SIFs? because you've
Yeah.
seen various things that maybe a lot of people can't grasp what that's like.
Okay. So when I was 20, okay, I was maybe 20, 21, all right, all I did was go to the clubs. That was fucking me, right? I would just go to the clubs. I would just, try and be one of those guys at the clubs. And that's all I did. I didn't have a job. I coached basketball, but that was like a fucking voluntary position at those times. And but I was always a talker. I've always been a talker since I was an intermediate. I could talk my way in and I could talk my way out of anything like that I needed to, right? And that's, I suppose, when you said at the start of the podcast about me being a hustler, and that's true. But like when I was 2021, the world was very. That's all I knew, I had, I knew South Auckland and I knew all that shit. But like, my thing was like, that's it. Anyway, my old lady said to me, like, you need to get a job and these people are hiring. I've already put your CV in. And it was like December 23rd. Okay. I had my interview on December 24th and I started work on Christmas Day. That's how fucking quick it happened, right?
Yeah.
But what I didn't realize is some shit that was going on around New Zealand when I was 21 that I had no clue about. My first day ever. Okay. My very first day at SIFS. So just a little background. So it's a residence. So they have two residents, right? They have Koro Waimanaki, which is it's pretty much remand for kids that are too young to go to prison. So it'd be from 16 to 19-year-old, 18, maybe even, actually, I think it's like 14 to 18-year-olds, right? They'd go at Koro Waimanaki, which was the juvenile, juvie type thing. And then they had another one, bro, which was 14 to whatever age. And I was working in there, right? My first day, bro, they had a 6-year-old kid in there fucking coming down off PG. Coming down off the fries, my bro. And for me to see that shit as a 20-year-old, it made me question what the fuck's going on with this world. Like, because I didn't know. Like, I was like, yeah. So the kid was brought up in a fucking pea house. And yeah, so that shit for me, that was life-changing. And then I realized I need to use this gift that I have of talking for good, not for getting girls on the weekend.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I hear you, man.
Not for getting some girls on the weekend,
No, thanks. Thanks again, Bandit, for the host and just for showing up. And thank you, Scott Game. Nice to meet you as well. I'm so not used to.
So anyway, that all went on, bro, and then the 14 went to 16. So we had older kids in there. But what I learned, man, was how to talk to how to build rapport with people, and how to speak to them and have that respect going both ways. And because that's what you can. You don't have a fucking stick, or you can't just tackle them. Like, you can't just have a fight with them. You have to kind of like really kind of be able to see where you're gonna go with this. And then bro, it taught me a lot.
Because they're victims in a sense, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, some of these kids that came in were like 4 or 5 years younger than me, so at the time. But I mean, bro, I got stories of fucking, like, the amount of stories I have just working that place is crazy, bro. It's good work stories.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, I mean, we were, and another thing that I learned really fast was how to keep yourself safe and how to keep yourself aware of things, especially with being a male and being in around females that have backgrounds and sexualized behavior, and how to always be aware of your surroundings and things like that. So I think that's really where you get from me. I think that's where streaming wise, that's where I kind of gained just chatting with people and
Yeah.
getting to know people, and also I've got this really good gift of being able to remember little bits about you, like little bits about everyone, and I always remember little bits. I'm really bad with numbers, like I'm so bad with numbers, but I can remember little facts about everybody. And like when people come into my chat, I can remember what they do for a job. I can remember where they live, like what cities they live in. And it's really, really cool kind of habit skill that I brought up,
Yeah.
and that was it. It's like the bro Fid that's just in the chat right now.
Yeah. Phil, yeah. How's it going, man?
Fid's
Um,
from Harwood. Fid's from Harwood, yo.
yeah. So,
Yo, I'm
so,
from Harwood. Yeah.
so just,
Sorry, bro.
no, that's all right. Just, yeah, if anyone's joined, the reason why I'm doing this is because there's a lot of unrest right now. I'm from the fighting game community in New Zealand. And if you happen to have seen the stuff happening on Twitter about the FGC blowing up, yeah, there are a lot of like sexual allegations coming out. Players are, accused of doing, yeah, obviously sexual things, and there's abuse as well. The main big one is the CEO of EVO, the big fighting game tournament in America. He's come out to been discovered pedophilia acts, like kids jumping in the pool naked to give them $20, etc., etc. It's really, really, really bad. Like this is a community, like not just talking about us, but the whole world. It's very grassrootsy, and the fact that we've had someone in this community for so long, the foundation's been built on a lie, and a lot of people are wanting not just justice, but they're just wanting. Like everyone's coming out with their stories now, like who hurt who violated no, however long it's been. Like there's just so much shit that's come out in the last few days, and unfortunately, I've had the odd story or two told to me from our own community, and so that's kind of put me in a position where I kind of want to do this just to you know set some shit straight, I suppose.
Yeah, my G. But
Yeah,
but yeah, bro. Like you can only do so much in terms of help. But the best thing you can do is just be a trusted ear for somebody,
yeah,
and you just when they have time and they decide that what, I'm brave enough and I want to help, then you just need to be there to hold their hand and go, brother or sister, I'm there regardless of what anybody. Because I think the biggest thing is the worry of the backlash.
yeah,
And like when I talked about my story before, it's the backlash that people are worried about.
yeah,
And you know what? And also what I said before is that you got to kind of put it into perspective in terms of like, of course it would be worth it, but there's huge things going on in the world than
yeah.
you losing 10 followers.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
This is to encompass everything. It's the
yo,
FGC, it's the Black Lives Matter, it's the racism. It's basically like I wanted to do this to recap this year and how fucked it
oh
is. It's
yeah,
really
man.
bad.
But like I said too, there's always silver linings, because now people are getting exposed, and now we just get rid of the trash. And people got to be brave enough to get rid of the fucking trash, because there's some people there might be someone in your life that you're like, you know what? Nah, fuck that. I'm out. Like, I can't deal with that shit, and that's totally okay.
Yeah,
But you just have to be brave enough to be able to take the fucking impact and put it in perspective. Like, if it's somebody that's just been a cunt, then cool, bro. That guy's a cunt. Block his ass, unfollow that motherfucker, and move the fuck on.
yeah,
Like, easy. Easy. And probably easy to some, but when somebody's got 100 fucking followers and they're scared of losing 10 to get to 90, that's when it's fucked up. Because
yeah,
you got to be like, is it really worth it? Shit. There's people in the world dying from cancer and shit.
yeah,
And here
exactly.
I am
Yeah,
worrying about fucking, I don't know, fucking crisscross 9063 on Twitch fucking unfollowing me. I don't give a fuck. Like, just as long as I feel good about myself, I'm cool. Like,
for me, it's the idea that you've grown to know these people. You feel like you know them, and then to have the veil lifted and find out that there's actually some dirt on the shoes
Yeah.
of people that you trusted and stuff. Like for me, that's what hurts is, like we failing to protect the ones you care about, you know. And it's the same thing. Like when you're a victim, you know, I can understand why people don't want to come out if they're a victim. I can't understand because I haven't been a victim, but you know, like just that feeling of like it's okay to actually, like, if you're a dude, you can be a victim. It's okay. Just come up, say something. It's it's messy. I guess, like, I was just surprised that even our scene, like, as trusted as it is, like, we've got some real good people. You know, we're not without our flaws too. There's some, you know, we've got some dirty laundry too. And regardless of how we deal with it, it's just, as you said, you know, it's how we move forward and either changing the ways of said people, or, you know, we leave them behind.
Yeah, and actually, like, sometimes people think it's guilty by association, and which is kind of tough. Like, that's a tough thing too, because sometimes whoever's associated doesn't want to know the full story, or just doesn't know the
Well,
fucking
no
full
offense,
story, you know?
but like, we just play games. We don't care about like the mundane shit. But unfortunately, there will be people that they'd rather just play the games and not pay attention to this drama that's happening. And once again, it's like, yeah, but then you can't really ignore it. Like, look at the fucking EVO CEO. You know what I mean? Like, you've got to feel something in some capacity.
Yeah. But yeah, bro, like, yeah. I think in terms of, like, I don't know, man, like, sometimes people get this. I mean, if there's fucking receipts, bro, fucking nubble.
It's done.
Like, if there's like nubble, see you later. If there's receipts of things like this and you know, like, some real nasty scandalous shit, if there's fucking video evidence, if there's not even that, bro, even if it's somebody, like, if it's somebody that I trust, that I know wouldn't talk shit, that I've trusted for a while, that I fucking believe, and of course, you know, I'm gonna be skeptical because that's just how we are as humans, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, bro, like, you know, some people do it to manipulate situations, in terms of, like, not the people that say it, but the people that get on that bandwagon for that cancel culture. They'll get on there and they'll be like, yeah, nah, fuck that guy. Hey, bro, fuck that guy. And the other guy's like, oh, yeah, man, fuck that guy. And then he, you know, and it gets to that point, but then there's no kind of, like, real actual kind of, like, you know,
like, it's jumping. It's like jumping to see the fire burn, but not actually contributing to putting it out.
Exactly. That's a great analogy, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, bro, like, I mean, with the FGC stuff, you know, yeah, I like to be that kind of guy that says, you know, like, people do make mistakes, but that's not a mistake.
Totally. Like,
That's,
I mean,
that's just not a mistake, dude. That's like, there's a difference between a fucking, you know, a car accident where you hit a pole and, oh, I fucking didn't see that pole, and then there's one where there's a drunk driver that runs into a schoolyard or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's totally two different fucking accidents, but they're still accidents, but at the same time, two completely different accidents. And I think it's kind of like, a lot of people, you know, you can't paint two of those things with the same brush. You know, you can't send, you know, yeah. And some people do fuck up, and we get that, but sometimes we've got to be like, okay, how big was that fuck up? Was that fuck up gonna ruin someone's life, like the bro at the Evo bro? Like, it would fuck up a lot of kids' lives.
Yeah.
A life. What out of it? Lives. And then, yeah. So that's it.
You've got a story as well, because I've got the Evo, you know, stuff that's happening. And I asked you if how was the streaming world? Is there any kind of big shit that's going on at the moment?
Yeah, there was this one thing that went down with, and listen, like, you know, like, everybody kind of knows about it, so I can kind of speak about it. There was a dude called Orbajuice. He's a cool, like, don't get me wrong, I'm not here to fucking badmouth the G, because, you know, there's quite a lot of shit going on. But I'm one of the dudes, and I learned this actually from Fid too. Fid is he runs Go-To Games, and I always kind of hit him up with advice. Or, you know, and he said to me, you know, like, if it really hurts you, go for it, you know. But yeah, But anyway, there's a dude called Orbitry. To me, nicest dude ever. Like, he's a nice dude. Offered like some musical equipment for my kids and shit, but I didn't take it up. Anyway, shit went down where some of his receipts started coming out of him being really lewd and just saying some really dumb shit in female streamers chats.
Yeah.
Asking for like OnlyFans and nudes and things like that. And for that, I was a bit like, fuck. But the worst thing was before it all went down, the dude was like, yo, man, all about femininity and all that stuff. And then it came out, which made it even worse. It was like, fuck.
Yeah.
The bros out here fucking saying one thing, and then all of a sudden we get receipts the next day. Nicest, and don't get me wrong, nice dude, okay? For me, like, when I had interactions with him, then, instead of just saying, hey, listen, I fucked up. I was the different dude back then. My bad. I'll do whatever I have to fix it up. He kind of doubled down on it, which was even worse. And he said that it was a stream persona. Right?
Yeah.
So he said, this is a character that I've created. Which made no fucking sense to me.
Yeah.
At all. And I was one of the dudes that questioned them. I said, well, if you're the guy that's creating this, why would you create somebody that would be so harmful and so mean to these female streamers? And why would you create someone that would say that?
Yeah. And
since then he has deleted his Twitter, and then another thing, and then so we can go into the next thing later. But it was just like, that was weird to me. That was very strange to me.
Prior to, not long after the verdict on Mr. Wizard, Joey Cuellar, on, being removed from CEO as EVO, you even had prior incidences where the creator of Skullgirls, his name was Mike C, he was caught in the DMs for sexual enticing. Yeah. Now they're creating a code of conduct, which is cool. Obviously, it can't stop future incidences from happening, but at least there's a safeguard, a plan of action to follow if shit does erupt again. Can you tell me, do they have something like that for streamers? There's a code of conduct, I'd assume.
There's terms of service,
TOS, yeah.
But Twitch is a bit reactive than proactive.
Yeah.
It's just it will react to things, but it's not proactively getting in there. And I understand this. I don't want to say I understand because it's not acceptable. But there's millions upon millions of people that are streaming and watching streams, and imagine all of the text that is going through on chats and things like that.
Yeah.
But it's still fucked up. Like, don't get me wrong.
No, I feel like
Kochi's right though. It's the culture. Yeah. It's more the culture than anything that Twitch can get up to.
Yeah. Maybe for the FGC, I wouldn't say that the culture. Another thing too,
Drax, that fucks me up, G, is when there's these male streamers, they come in here and they go, "Oh, she's only good because she's got titties." Like,
there's a lot of yeah.
And hey, fuck, sex sells. Don't get me wrong. Like, there's been studies. But what the fuck are you going to do about it? Like, don't fucking act. It's like me going, oh, well, that person's got a better camera than me. That person's got fucking overlays better than me. You either fucking have good content or you don't, regardless of titties.
Yeah.
Like, fuck. Like, I could just stream and have a photo of titties on my fucking stream, which I would love to do. Don't get me wrong. I love titties like anybody else does. I love titties. Okay, I'm a titty man, but that is not a valid reason why you suck. Like, you just fucking suck. Like, that's it. You're a shit streamer. Stop blaming. I'm not saying you. I'm saying the people that are. Yeah, it's like, goddamn. How the fuck you going to be playing that card? God damn.
So I guess you're right. It has to change with the culture, like Twitch. But then I guess like like people's behavior and stuff. But like say to prevent further acts or to help you when you're dealing with acts of like racism or being sexually mistreated, depression. Like if people are making fun of you, sorry, it's like
shit. What the fuck happened there?
Dry throat.
Jesus. Fuck.
Yeah. The biggest thing is it's to keep receipts and have a good friend, whether you're a streamer or whether you're in the FGC or just in life. Have someone that you can really confide in and you can tell. I think someone told me the best partner you could ever have. This is like talking about relationships, but the best partner you could ever have is one that you feel so comfortable with that you can go to the toilet with the door open.
Oh, bro, my missus. I'll tell you what. My missus, she's fucking straight up. She'll come in, bro. What the fuck you been eating, G? Oh, what out of it, kid? No. Yeah, that's so true. It's either that or the one that can give you a hiding.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me.
So I mean,
get that in the way and beat down, G.
Like for me, obviously, you've got Dave, Soul, Tufts, Richard. There may be some guys in the scene that aren't talkers, but the faces you recognize, the faces that Nick, Tamati, Jackson, Dan from Tane. There are some people you can hit up, and it's just amazing that stuff can happen, and yet like we feel like if the people that have been feeling helpless, who are some of the people, like in terms of streamers and stuff, who are some people that you feel like are really good to go to in terms of being the solid rock?
Oh man, that's tough, and I'll tell you why that's tough. Okay, because sometimes, see, with the FGC, it's different because you see them in person. And the whole vibe is like, let's just build this up together. And there's qualifications to that, you know what I mean? Because the work's been put in 9 years straight. You know what I mean? 9 years of just boom, boom, boom. So the track record is flawless, in terms of people like Dave and that, right? As a streamer.
Oh, it's your turn now.
It's mine. You fucking passed it on, you dirty bastard. No. Okay, as a streamer, you just don't know because everybody's fucking reaching for the golden chalice, man. And that's when, everybody is. And that's what's so hard is that you take the time to figure out who's a nice person and who's not. And even when you absolutely believe that, something will happen. Maybe a little jealousy. Maybe a little, this person's been into this person's ear. Maybe that person just, I don't know, maybe you said something to offend that person. Maybe you said something about, I don't know, cosplay or fucking something that they're passionate about that they didn't agree with. And then all of a sudden, it straight flips. And then that's the thing. But it's the ones that hang around that have whether you're fucking your highs and your lows, and I think this goes with anything. You've got to remember, you've got to have a fucking elephant memory, man, about those ones that are there when you're at your highest and those ones that are there at your lowest. And you've got to just be honest, and it's that is more like for me, I have two people that I fucking will trust the world of, and that's Colossus, who's my very first sub. And he's my mod, and he's just an amazing dude. And then there's Jamie, who is my mod and has been there since day one, and is not scared to tell me that I'm a fucking idiot. And I'm cool with that. But you recognize and you find people that are there for the sake of everyone growing and everybody being for real, because and I'll tell you how you figure this out, man. Is that when you get a little bit of success, and they either go missing or they start acting really strange or things like that. Like say for instance, my G Brox, right? And I'm gonna put it back to me. Brox went woof all of a sudden, right? And I thought to myself, in my head, I'm like, wow, this is amazing. The bro is, but I've got to let him, like if I'm there, if I'm his mod, it's kind of like really strange because I don't want him to see me as that guy that's trying to cling on to try and help, like to get my, like you feel really fucked up about that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you just want, like for me, I just want what's best for him and to help. And I can't be there in the streams because I stream, so it's that stuff. But it's you've always got to be cautious. Like you do, like even when you bring people in to your arena, you've got to be cautious and you've always got to have your blinkers on and you always got to be aware. And it's really, really strange because, it's strange what success does to some people. And yeah. Sorry if that was a long.
No, it's okay. Rant. It's okay. I was actually going to say it's also interesting how much labeling someone can add stress. Like
big time.
Yeah. No, and it's more so with like with these like sexual allegations coming out. When people are trying to defend their actions and say no, they're not. Yeah. Because once you get that label on you, it's really hard to wash off. And obviously, as a streamer, it's pretty much a death notice.
Yeah, big time. But like with the bro that got when he was doing the old fucking it's just my persona that I'm putting on. Like now that instead of just double downing, instead of just accepting it and moving on, he cancelled himself out. Like it's like fuck. Here's another funny thing about that. So the bro had a Twitch NZ, the only Twitch NZ handle on Twitter. Nobody knew him that he had it. So he came back under that Twitch NZ account and got called out again. It was weird.
Yeah.
He came back with a mask on and got snapped. But anyway. Yeah, so that's a bit cool. But like I said, the dude was all good with me. Like, I had no run-ins with the bro.
Yeah.
He blocked me, but yeah, because I fucking went, hey, nah, bro, you're shit. Because I do that. But like, he blocked me, and then I'm like, well, what the fuck did I do? And then, and then I was like, okay, well, that's how you want to play it. But, like, I even messaged him, and I said, brother, like, I hope you're well. I know that all this shit, I get it, but I can't fuck with you right now. But best of luck with whatever you do. And then that was it. And then that was me saying peace out.
Signing off, yeah.
Yeah. And like he was a big dude on Mixer. He was a Mixer partner. And that's where it all happened. So yeah.
Yeah.
Heavy shit.
Yeah. Well, heavy year. I mean that's the funny thing, like for the FGC anyway. Like for one of the quietest years, a lot of shit's happened.
Yeah. That's like I said, and I know that the New Zealand FGC have a lot of people that look after
there's literally there's nothing wrong with the FGC, but it's just that fact that there are some people that have had certain shall I say experiences, and obviously with all of the stuff coming to light now, they're kind of joining in and saying like, yeah, I actually have something to say.
Ooh. Yeah. But here's another thing too, though. It's like sometimes these dudes just don't know how to fucking talk to females, and they get to know because they must have get to know, like
yeah.
And then all of a sudden, well, I'll show her, and then I'm big in the community. Like I think that's what happened with Heinz. What's his name? Fucking Harvey Weinstein. Weinstein. It's too. Yeah. He was just like, I don't know how to talk to chicks. So, okay, I'm going to fucking be a big-time agent and fucking put the guilt trips on these and groom these girls up. And it's real, like, I know that's not all it is. I get it. But I'm saying, like, if you know how to talk to people, you should be able to know how to take a no and then move the fuck on. Like,
yeah.
it's just not your day, cuz. Move on. Take the L.
Take the L. Should be so
familiar with it. Go to the Oh no,
Yeah.
I was going to say something inappropriate, but let's move on.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I guess I'll kind of wrap it up, but just
Oh, bro, we're not going to talk about Street Fighter?
Yeah, no, we are. Like just this
Okay.
this convo, like the
Yeah.
the cyberbullying, depression. We've kind of skewed, but that's okay. Yeah, the racism and the sexual misconduct. I mean, overall, the change has to come from the people. That's apparent, but then also people being there to listen, people accepting victims of various ages, ranges, sexes, gender, everything. And but there's always going to be the question of, the credibility, as you said, the receipts, and also why did it take you so long to come out and say something? But like the Me Too movement, it takes one, and then you got another 50, 100.
Yeah.
I guess overall, I would want to make at least my scene feel comfortable in the fact that if anything happens, you should be able to say something without a second thought.
Yeah. Yeah, you're damn right, G. Good call, brother. I agree.
Well, I mean, this is a FGC podcast, so we'll try and bring it back to that at least. I just with all the shit happening, I just kind of wanted to talk about it in a sense.
Good on you, brother. Good on you. Yeah, it's pretty tough. It's rough shit.
Yeah,
and it's good that you chose a platform to sort it out with, bro.
I mean, regardless of if someone takes anything away from it, but I mean, just use your voice. You've had it since you were born. Try to say something. Yeah.
Hard.
So you like Street Fighter because you've got you've been having the background's changed the whole time.
I fucking love Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been playing Street Fighter since I was a little kid, so
I grabbed a clip from your Twitch channel, I think. It was a really old one. 2 years old. But
still good though. Still great.
Still good.
Okay. Let's discuss. Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, Timmy's in the fucking corner. Oh, no. That's what's going to happen at StandingFierce things. I love me some Street Fighter. I'm just putting that out there.
Yeah.
My go-to has been when I first started playing. It was all Guile. Like I used to just Guile everywhere. Guile was my thing. Look at that, bro. At that time I only had 249. Fucking 249. That's crazy. That's a long time ago.
That's one of your older layouts, yeah. So
I know. It's crazy. Yeah, I do love Street Fighter. I love the fact that I can be a troll with a game. I think that's all I like about it. Like I just like being a dick, and not like a dickhead, like oh fuck you, like a ha, like that kind of thing. Yeah. I like that.
So would we see you at Southern Cross Up 2020 in Hamilton?
We will, but not fucking playing the game. I'll be there just chilling, But no, I play Blanca. I picked up Blanca in Street Fighter 4, and he's my favorite. And I tell you what, because he's the biggest troll out of all of them. Like he can slide under fireballs, he can fucking scratch his ass, he can do all that kind of shit. But I was hard out into Street Fighter 4. When Street Fighter 4 came out, I was in uni training to be a teacher, and at university, you could just fuck around. Like I tell this to all the kids to just fuck around, like just get a C. No. So like during study leave. I used to work so hard to get past like a 50 or a 45 in my assignments, so I didn't have to use my study break, and I would just play Street Fighter. I wouldn't go for any A's or anything like that. I already passed. All I would do is just go hard out. And so I used to drop my daughter off at daycare, and she's 12 now. I used to drop her off at daycare, and then when she was like 1 or 2. And then I used to just go home and just jam the game. And then the missus would come home, and then I'd get my books out and pretend that I was studying. And then that was me, bro. Like, I was all about Street Fighter 4. I'd play online every day, and I would practice.
Yeah.
And I loved it. I even would go out. I didn't even know there was the FGC at the time, but I would go down to Efan's and Burger King in town and jam with people. It was the shit. I love it.
You worked for Red versus Blue at one point.
Yeah. That place was fucked up though. Like,
I knew your tone. I was like, yeah, he doesn't want to. Yeah, it was fucked up. Yeah.
Oh, we'll talk about it. G.
No, it's all right. No,
there was the dude that ran. What's your take on that?
I only went to one event. It went way longer than expected.
I was probably there.
Like, yeah, my issue was that I think they had like 3 setups, and they had over like just under 50 people, which is like, it's a good number, but just for 3 setups and the speed of which it was going, it wasn't that good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here's how it worked. I finished up at SIFs, right? And I was like, fuck, I don't want to work here. Because I had my daughter, and I was coming home really like just depressed, man. Like seeing all the shit happen. And it was it was a very, very depressing place. Like, it was very, very hard to work there on a consistent basis, right? Because you have all these kids' problems and you're trying to help them and so on and so on. So I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna change it up. And I used to go there with my mate, and we would go there all the time. And I was all good with the bro there. He was the man. And he goes, bro, I said, man, have you got any jobs here? Like, as a joke. And he goes, yeah, man, we're looking for someone to kind of, lock up and shit like that. And I said, bro, that's me. So I used to have to travel from Rewa all the way down to Queen Street and up Queen Street, and then work at K Road. And anyway, so we ran some tournaments there. And it was a cool job, but then he got a little bit fucking weird. And like, Will is pretty good. Like, so for those that don't know, RVB was a place that had, I think it was like 32 like Xbox 360s all set up, and you could just get a game, play it with your mates, all that shit. It was like a internet cafe, but for Xbox. Anyway, so I ran a Tekken tournament, actually.
All good, Talia. No worries. Yeah. I hardly ever use this channel, so yeah.
So I ran a Tekken tournament. I can't remember what Tekken it was. And my OG, the OG Tolan, my G, there was a guy called Tolan. He used to work for Xbox New Zealand. He was the man. So he hooked me up with all these prizes, right? I'm like, yeah, we're going to have... And it was all for Tekken, Subtalia. It was all for Tekken. And I put the prizes in my cubby hole. And I was like, cool, this is for the Tekken tournament. And then anyway, so we have this Tekken tournament. And I got to go and get the prizes, and they're gone. And I was like, I rang the dude up. I was like, yo, where's the fucking... Oh, no, he was there. That's right. I said, bro, I'm just going to go get the Tekken prizes for the winners. He didn't say shit, right? I come back. I was like, yo, yeah, have you seen the Tekken thing that were in my cubby hole? And the bro goes, oh, no, I had to sell them. And I was like, hey, what do you mean? He goes, I sold them last week on Trade Me. And I was like, fuck. Anyway, so that triggered me, G.
Yeah.
And then I called up Tolan. And I said, Tolan, my G, this guy's got all chipped Xboxes right now. And he's selling like illegal games out of this place. And that was the end of the shit.
Shit.
And then I was like, peace, I'm out. And then he pretty much got rid of me when I told him, Tolan's coming tomorrow to come and check these Xboxes. And then but it was sad, but at the same time, bro, you should be doing that shit. That's sad.
Nah, that's one thing. You don't want to let players find out that you sold the prizes, because like, we don't expect money or anything, but it's like, if you're gonna say you'll have something and then it's gone, like, that's a big. Right. It's like, come on, man.
And it made me look like a fat liar.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So that's what happened with LVB. And like the dude, and he was a shady dude, bro. Like, he was shady as fuck. And like, bro, he would he just got shady and shady as he went.
Yeah.
And so I was like, never mind, cuzzy. never mind your ass, and then that's what it is.
Well,
but and then from there, I went on to. It was kind of good because it made me go, oh man, now I need to
find something else.
Get my shit together. And then that's when I went to teachers training college, and then that was it.
Yeah, and then you ran into Dave and StandingFierce online somewhat in the future.
Yeah. Well, Dave was running shit for NZism. He was helping out, kind of. He was there, and then but me and Dave just know each other through
other connections.
Yeah, but respecting the hustle.
Yeah,
that's what me and Dave have. Like, I respect his hustle. I respect what they've done, and hopefully he vice versa does the same for me, and that's why That's why I got that fella's back, regardless.
I was keeping an eye on his Twitter today, and he's been drinking like a bro, posting up a photo of a Stolichnaya vodka bottle at like 10 a.m., 11 a.m. I'm like, Jesus.
I asked him where he came from today because I hung out today, and he said from church. He said, bro, I just came back from church. And I was like, hallelujah. Praise the Lord, G.
Fucking love Dave, man. Jesus. Can't fault him on anything.
First time I met Dave, he fucking shaded the fuck out of me, G.
Oh, no.
Bro.
No, he wouldn't have, though. No, he wouldn't have, no.
He did, bro. He did.
He's probably just probably sizing you up.
I wasn't. No. Fuck that. When I come and say hello to you, you fucking say hello back, G. Okay? I was a small fry. I'm still a small fry.
No.
Like I used to, like at that time I was a small fry, and I'm still a small fry, but I was a smaller fry at that time.
All right, I want to paint this picture in your head because we've got our Nationals event happening later this year in Hamilton, of all places, and they've put it early October instead of early November. I think that's just for safety.
October the 11th, right?
Yeah, yes. In case if maybe COVID resurfaces, or if a lot of people are going to try and have stuff happen later in the year. So yeah, you've got players that you admire. You've got your Ghost Chips, Shamir, Reno. So yeah, who are you wanting to succeed? Who are you putting your hopes on?
I'm actually going to use this platform right now to announce that I'm creating an esport organization. Okay, all right, and our first signee, very first signee. Okay, I don't know if you know this guy, but he's next level.
Yeah, tell me.
Fucking TimProvise, G. No. I'll tell you who I like. Okay, obviously, fucking Ghost Chips, but my G Reno. Okay, I'll give my shout outs to my G Reno. That guy, I think it's time. I think it's time for him. I think it's time. Tafts, he's another one. I like Tafts.
Yeah.
I like the brother Jackson. But yeah. I mean, Shamia is one of my favorite people.
I know.
Another person that shaded me first time I met her. Okay? Another one. Just gonna put that out there. I hope she watches this. And she will fucking agree that she fucking shaded me. First time I go, hey, and she goes, and I was like, oh, is that how it is? Is that how it is, eh? Reno never shaded me.
Oh,
Reno treated me like family.
That's
my God. Day one. OG. But nah, you know what though? I admire Simp. I love me some Simp.
Yeah.
Okay? Because his Delsum, I respect somebody that plays Delsum, because that's a learning curve and a half. Okay, I play a little bit of Sim. I got a little bit of Sim on 4. I could fucks with Sim on 4, but fucking Lizzie with the shades, G. Fuck. Who else? Yeah, I mean, bro, like there's heaps of people that I've kind of like. It's been really cool because I don't even play the games, but. Fuck, bro. They're always like they treat me like one of their own, and that's what's cool about it.
Yeah, you've always supported not only just the scene but also the players, and you've had quite a few of them on the TimProvise project. And so I thought, like you had me on yours, so you can come to mine. So yeah,
thank you, brother.
Appreciate
it. Let me change it. Let me change my. Let's get to the fucking. Yeah,
Commander
boy.
Chief. Nice.
Yeah, but no, I don't really get down with the I just like them as people, like, you know. I get it that Ghost Chips is a fucking savant at this shit, you know, but he's just a cool cat. Like, he's just a nice dude, and that's like same thing. But tell you, he's a fuckwit. It's fucking Sly Will. I'll throw him under the fucking bus.
He's actually another one that I know the FGC value a lot, just for the work
I don't
he
know
does.
why. I fucking don't know why. Okay, he's actually. You know what? I'm gonna take you back. He would fucking troll me on fucking Street Fighter 4, and he recorded my angry rants on fucking Xbox Live, and recorded and the trust that was broken there. You know, he would take those angry "fuck you, will you, fuck you and your E Honda," and he put them on fucking YouTube, bro. And you know, it's not cool, mate.
It's not cool.
So I'm looking at you, Slow Will, and I'm onto your ass, mate.
Right.
I'm onto your ass. But bring on fucking Tony Hawk. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, I know you're looking forward to that one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my jam. But yeah. There's so many cool people. I mean, even yourself, bro, and yeah, there's just some really like no. Here's my favorite. No. Actually, here's my fucking favorite. You want to hear my favorite, bro?
Yeah.
Charlotte's Cove.
Yeah. I know. Yeah.
She's my fucking favorite.
Yeah.
Okay. Just in life, not fighting games, just in general. Yeah. And King Crew needs to come back. Let's put that out there.
King Crew.
King Crew for Nationals 2020.
Okay, well, with that, man, I will take you to the final question segment now, the final round. Are you ready?
Born ready, G. I just want to put this out here, bro. I do this for a living, my G.
Okay? I know, but the shoe's on the other foot. You know, I'm in the chair now. I'm giving you the questions.
Give them to me, brother.
All right.
Hard and strong. No remorse.
All right. What's the toughest stream you've ever done?
Toughest stream? Fucking. Ooh. Okay. Probably the one where I did it, like, there was like an egg, and if I swore more than 5 times, I'd have to drink the egg. And that was like probably 20 minutes, and I was drinking eggs. I'll tell you what, though. Probably I've had a couple of hard podcasts in terms of people that come, and I won't say any names because, you know, but people that come on and think it's a fucking TED talk.
Yeah.
And just fucking talk, and don't. Those are rough. Because my face is there and I'm just bored as fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, sweet. Is there anyone from the NZFGC that you'd love to shoot hoops with?
Oh, bro, give me fucking let's go. I'd love to go 1-on-1 with Simp, and I would fuck him up. I would cross him up so hard he wouldn't want to fucking. It would be one fucking game. And that was it. Him. Who else? I would fuck Simp up. Real talk. Clip that. Send that. I would fuck him up. I would fucking I'd pull out all my tricks. Pull his pants. Do the old throw the ball in the air. Pull the pants down. Go behind him. Between the legs. Little jelly layup. I'm good. Me. Fucking bring it, Simp. What?
Shit. Okay. Far out. Would you cosplay as Blanca at Auckland Armageddon for $100?
Bro, I'd pay $100 to do that shit. Probably. Probably I would. Fuck it. Why not? You know,
like dyeing your hair orange and wearing the brown shorts.
I'd do the green shit.
Yeah.
I would. I'd be fucking. It would be hilarious though. Real talk. $100, maybe a little bit more than $100. Like, you know, I don't get out of bed until $200, G.
All right. Okay.
How many of these questions have we got, bro?
You'll see.
Bro, I'm keen on these questions. These are great questions.
They're just various. If you were a rapper, what would your name be, and who would be your ghostwriter?
Bro, my name would be OG. Oh, wait. Oh, shit. My name, for a rapper would be Clendon CLD, which is short for Clendon. All right, it'll be the CLD. And my ghostwriter, bro, I'm going with the brother B Ross. Okay, I'm going with the brother B was no, actually, and Gotchi would be my producer. Okay, I'll tell you what, who would be pretty good at writing is King Crew. He would be, I'd go with King Crew as a writer, with B Ross giving me the choruses and the things. But yeah, MCCLD. Yeah.
MCCLD. You love Clendon, man.
I fucking love Clendon, G. Yo, I wouldn't like. And here's the thing, bro. I don't even live in Clendon anymore. I live on the outskirts of Clendon, but bro, that's my home, G. Like, you know,
you advocate for that, yeah.
I do, bro. And you know, like the dudes like Sweat and shit. They made me like represent because they represent Only Honga, and I'm like, yo, I'm represent the CLD. I'm all day.
All right, next one. Name a game you played in your childhood that you wish kept popularity today.
Oh, even Alex Kidd, I suppose. Yo, there was a game called Barkley Shut Up and Jam. Okay, and it was a basketball game, and it was really cool because it was like a street ball game that you could kind of like get dudes. You could like fucking like you get guys from the street, and you like like it was pretty cool. What else would I do? Oh no, actually, here's one. It's called an MTV Music Generator. Okay, and it was like Fruity Loops kind of thing, but like with a PlayStation, it was the best, man. Me and my mates would make beats every day and just rap over them, and we would like exchange like memory cards of everyone else's beats. It was the best.
Yeah.
MC.
Complete the sentence. We forget young children.
We forget young children are mirrors of their parents.
That's deep, man. I like that.
They are, man. Tell you what, Mike. That's a true statement, man. Like, it is really true. Like kids will mirror what they see at home and at school, and we have to remember that they're mirroring us most of the time. So yeah.
Yeah. No, good answer, man. What's the best thing you saw at Southern Cross Up last year?
Bro, fuck. I saw this chick, right? I don't even know her fucking name.
Oh, yeah, I know the story. Yeah.
She looked like a fucking teacher.
Yeah.
All right? Then I heard her speak, and she was speaking some fucking, I don't know what it was, brother.
I think she was Russian. Yeah.
Russian, some shit, right?
Yeah.
And, she was fairly attractive. And I was like, oh, cool, she's here. Hey, society, fucking tell me this shit. Oh, cool, maybe she's here supporting her man. Then she gets on the sticks and kills everyone. She got through to like winner's bracket, and I'm like, holy shit. That made me go, this is the dopest shit I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, there's that, or getting to meet everybody. It's really funny, like, because, bro, when I'm a streamer, like when I'm playing games, all I see is people's names in the chat. Otherwise, I see them on Twitter, or I don't know. And a lot of the fighting game people watch me that don't stream. And then all of us, and I had so much love, bro. Everybody came to me, hey, bro, you're fucking Tim. Da, 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 da. And I'm like, hey, I don't know who you are, but man. And then they'll go, oh, I'm such and such. That happened with Herb. Like, I didn't know who Herb was. He followed me and all this shit, but he didn't. Remember, Herb never has a fucking picture.
Yeah.
He's all 5G'd out and that shit, right? And then he's like, bro, I love your shit, bro. I always watch your streams. And I'm like, cool, bro. Like, what? And then I don't like doing that. Well, who are you?
Yeah.
So
but you kind of have, but you'd have to in the FGC sense, though.
Yeah. And then I go, oh, bro, you're the fucking man. He never told me that it was him, right? He never said, oh, man, that's Curse Law. He never said that shit to me. Then he goes away for his match. And then I go to Shamir. Shamir, who's that dude? She goes, bro, that's fucking Herb, G. And I was like, who's Herb? And then she's like, oh, that's Curse Lord on. I was like, oh, fucking but. Same thing with Orcs Bro. Here's another one.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. And probably your suit too, G. That was pretty impressive, my guy.
Oh, you mean the velvet? Oh yeah, the velvet.
The
coat.
velvet purple, G. You in the velvet? Was it purple? Is it a purple or is it a maroon, bro?
It's velvet, so it looks a bit like it's like burgundy-ish color. Yeah, velvet. Yeah.
Yeah. Prince would be proud, G.
Everyone thinks that's where it's like. Yeah, it does give a bit of Prince vibe, eh?
It does, brother. But hey, fuck, why not?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that should be your name, Black Velvet. Oh shit, Drax Velvet.
Oh,
Oof.
that actually sounds like a good chocolate bar name.
Drax, lavender Drax, all up in your tracks.
All right, man. So you know how you have like the 5 stages of what is it? The 5 stages of what is it like 5 stages of like denial and
Yeah.
So describe the 5 stages of streaming.
Oh, fuck. That's a great question. How many have we got more of these questions?
No, just a few more. Not many.
What? Oh, can you quickly write some? Because I love these questions. I've never had people hit me with the quick fires. I feel like this is great. Okay. First one, okay, is excitement. You're excited. Oh shit. Oh, I'm about to fucking kill this shit. You know? You get a bit of a confidence boost. This is still stage 1. Okay? You get the confidence / excitement of being online and being like the people that you see. All right, that's exciting. All right. Then comes to the next one. It's disappointment. Okay? wait, we're still going here. Disappointment. Nobody's coming to watch me. Oh, fuck. Everybody hates me. I'm so fucking boring. Fuck that. Okay? Which leads into the next one, which is self-doubt. Okay? You get that, oh, fuck, nobody likes me. I'm not good at this shit. Okay? Those first 3 are the ones where everybody quits on. That number 3. That number 3 is the one everybody's going to fucking, everybody is quitting on that shit. They're going, oh, fuck that. I'm not doing this shit. Nobody's watching me. Fuck that. Then, when you break through, then you have the sense of pride. You're proud. I broke through that shit. I'm the fucking man now. Okay? Then the 5th stage is a little bit different. For different people, this is where it gets real. Okay? When you get a little bit of community going, you're either going to go one way or you're going to go the other. The one way is the self-entitlement. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm entitled. I'm the fucking man. Lick my balls. I'm the fucking man. All right? Or you go the other end, which is the exact opposite of like, cool, I have a platform. I want to help people. I want to get, other people involved and help others. And that's the split off between that one. But yeah, so first is excitement, then is disappointment, then it's self-doubt. And then after that, stage 4 and 5 is, like pride in what you've done. And but it all takes hard work, man. Like a lot of people don't understand that. Like it's a lot of hard work.
Yeah, stage 4 pride, stage 5 lick my balls.
Lick my balls. Bro, you will get some people that get just a taste of a good life. Okay, just a taste. That's a Nacho Libre.
Yeah.
Fucking, just a taste of the good life, and then they either go one way or the other. They go, I'm the big man. I don't need to go through to anybody's chat. I don't need to spend time in the community. I've made it. Fuck yous all.
Yeah.
I'm not subbing to anyone. You fuckers sub to me. And then there's the other thing of like, I just want to help everybody. Like I'm lucky. And that I'm very lucky I went that way. A lot of people thought I went that way, where it was like, oh, fuck, he's an entitled cunt. Yeah. But actually, it was me getting used to everything because I was like, shit, like this 30 people always consistently coming to see me. So, like you once you identify those ones, then you go, okay, fuck, maybe.
So the next one, I've got to lead you into it. So Ghost Chips in the scene, we have this thing where, like, Ghost Chips has 3 dads. So that's Tufts, Simp, and I think Dave. I hope I'm right. So the next question is actually, oh, no, here we go. Are you the hidden 4th dad of Ghost Chips?
Bro, I'm not. I wish I was. I fucking want to be, but he won't let me in, man. You know, he won't let me into his life. And I'll tell you who I am, though. I'm fucking Slight Will's dad. That's who I'm fucking. Yeah, suck on this content, teat.
Hey.
Fuck you, Will. You bastard. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Will. What? Nah. But I mean, you know what, bro? Like, it's good that he kind of has those people, and they're always kind of looking out for him. And you know, yeah, I wish I was, to be honest.
Oh. And lastly, who is
Oh
your?
no, not lastly.
Yeah,
We keep going. No.
Yeah.
We need more of these. These are great.
This is my last one. Who's your waifu?
Okay.
Who's your waifu, Tim?
Oh, I'll tell you who. Okay. I have this thing, bro, for two people. Okay. One is Olivia Munn. Okay. Olivia Munn is quite honestly the most awesome, down to earth chickie, and just stunning. Okay.
Yeah.
But personality on fleek. Okay. Personality is it's way more impressive than the physical. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the first one. The other one, which is a weird one. Okay?
Is it a gaming one or is it another real?
No,
Does it have to be a gaming one? It's okay. It can be okay. Will you tell me this next one and then tell me if? Okay, no, that's all right. Go ahead.
I want a gaming one now. I want to make a gaming one.
Yeah, do a gaming one. Yeah.
Probably Chun. I like his thighs. He's got some big ass thighs. You know, should break my face with that fucking knee to the face.
Yeah, you and me, we appreciate a woman of shape. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, Laura. Shout-outs to Laura. Okay. Shout-outs to Cub T and Laura. Okay. But Laura, when Street Fighter 5 came out, I went straight. Yeah, or Blanca. No, when Street Fighter. Thank you for that one, B-Ross. When Street Fighter 5 came out and there was no Blanca, I was like, okay, who's Brazilian? And then she was, and yeah, probably that one.
So
but Olivia Munn.
Olivia Munn, and who was the other one? You said you had another one.
Oh, bro, this is gonna come off really like out of it. But Kristen Wiig, man. Kristen Wiig or Tina Fey. Tina Fey, I got a thing for Tina Fey. Or fucking Elaine from Seinfeld, my G. So I'm just gonna.
Wait, is that Julia Louis Dreyfus?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. She's aged like wine and not milk, brother. She is in there.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah. Laura can steal my heart, mate. She can pull some Brazilian jiu-jitsu on my heart and take it wherever she wants to take it with her. You know?
Yeah.
That's me. Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
Fun,
yeah.
bro.
No, thanks, man. Thanks for the time. A very different episode. But yeah.
How was this different?
Well, just on Twitch, and I didn't have anything planned. It was just more so just talking about the state of things.
Wait, I've got one more. I've got one more fucking background. There we go. Yeah, baby. Dum dum
Nice.
dum 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 dum.
Do you have any last minute words or shout outs you'd like to make, Tim?
Listen, okay, I want to give a shout out to every person that has come through and helped me out. Also, give a massive shout out to my mum. Okay, mum, I love you. Also to my kids. Also to my missus who deals with my bullshit every day. I'd also love to give a shout out to Bandit, who had me on his podcast last week, which was called Tabs Up. Go
ahead. Yeah.
It's called Tabs Up. Yo, Tabs Up all day. I want to give a shout out to Joey Damon, who's on my show tomorrow.
That's all right.
I want to give a shout out to. Oh, fuck, right.
That's all right.
I'm only fucking joking.
I don't mind.
No. I'm only playing with you. Yeah, but to be honest, bro, I just want to give a shout out for you, bro, for having me on and for providing. And I've had a couple chats with you around this, bro. Is that like keep building, G? And my end words are run your fucking race. That's my end words. Don't worry about what's going on to the next to you. Don't worry about that shit. Just run your race and figure out where your goals are and go towards them. If your goals are getting fucking, I don't know, 10 fucking viewers, or you want to be this person or that person, figure a way out and just run it. Don't worry about what's going on to the left or the right of you. Otherwise, you're going to slow down. And that's me, man.
That's sweet, man. Yeah, and just thank you to everyone or anyone who showed up tonight. And yeah, we'll see what the future has in store for us. For the Provise project, for the Salt Shaker FGC podcast, but yeah, for everything. Just hopefully everyone just stays safe, and yeah, we'll see you on the horizon. Sweet.